Hello, my friend! In this video, I will be reviewing the Hero's Journal, which is a daily guided journal that uses both well-researched productivity and goal-setting practices combined with timeless storytelling techniques to turn your goal into an adventure. You become the hero of your own story as you accept your quest and engage with the journey of working toward your goal. I already did an unboxing video for this where I go into a bit more detail behind the origin story of the guys who created this and the mission behind it, and it's really cool, so make sure to check that out if you'd like to learn about that. And just so you know, I was gifted this journal for the unboxing and this review video, but all of my opinions in this are completely my own. Like, I was even the one to reach out to them because when I saw their advertisement, I just totally fell in love, and spoiler alert, I was not disappointed. I really loved this journal. And so I want to share some of my personal experience by sharing 5 things that I loved about this journal and 1 thing that I would personally change. So I am going to go pour myself some hot chocolate, then let's get real about the Hero's Journal. Okay, friend. Let's start with 5 things that I loved about the Hero's Journal. And the first is that it turns your goal into an epic story. Well, obviously, Anna, you might be thinking to yourself since I just explained that in the introduction, but I want to highlight this part because it's really cool. And for those of you who know me or have been around on my YouTube channel or my blog, you know that I'm really big into the power of story, and I specifically love using film to demonstrate lessons of personal growth. I also made story my one-word focus for 2020. So, of course, I am in love with the concept behind this journal and how it's set up. Nick and Kyle of the Hero's Journal wanted to create a planner that keeps people more engaged with the journey by incorporating key elements that make a great story, such as the hero's journey, and taking inspiration from some of their own favorite stories, such as The Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and Harry Potter. Except now you are the hero and your journey is the story. You also have a chance to write down your goal every single day to remind yourself of the bigger picture of what you're working toward and the quest that you've accepted. Dr. Gail Matthews, a clinical psychologist and professor at Dominican University, did a study on goals and found that a person is 42% more likely to achieve their goals just by writing them down. So this journal uses a combination of scientifically backed techniques as well as time-tested elements of story to help you live out an epic adventure and accomplish your goals. The journal immerses you further in the story experience through beautiful illustrations. Maybe it's the artist in me, but I just love using something that looks really good. I see so many people with gorgeous bullet journal layouts they designed themselves. And in theory, that sounds super fun, but in reality, I just don't currently have the time, and I know I'd be a total perfectionist with it, which would cause me to spend more time prepping my planner for my goals than on actually working toward my goals. So if you're someone like me who loves art and creativity, but just doesn't have time to prioritize making something look pretty yourself, or perhaps you're not an artist, this journal comes already beautifully and creatively designed on every single page. Number 2. The planner is undated. Each page has blanks to put that day's date, as well as a letter you can circle indicating what day of the week it is. I love the freedom and flexibility in this. If you want to use the journal every day, you can. But if you're using the journal for a goal, like I did, that you're not working on every single day, you can just use the pages on the days that you do work on your goal. Or perhaps you are working on a daily goal, but would like to take the weekends off. Your journal is always there waiting for you to pick back up where you left off. Being undated allows you to work towards your goal whenever you'd like without wasting any pages. Number 3, starting your day with gratitude. There are real psychological and physical benefits to learning to cultivate genuine gratitude. Psychology Today says, psychologists find that over time, feeling grateful boosts happiness and fosters both physical and psychological health, even among those already struggling with mental health problems. Studies show that practicing gratitude curbs the use of words expressing negative emotions and shifts inner attention away from such negative emotions as resentment and envy, minimizing the possibility of ruminating over them, which is a hallmark of depression. It's important to set goals to help us keep moving forward and growing, but we have to be careful to not let it turn into feelings of discontentment and lacking. It's a balance of being able to accept and be content with where we are without becoming complacent and settling for anything less than our full potential. And practicing daily gratitude helps us with this. We may long for the end result of our goal, which is good, right? Because that's what helps motivate us to keep working toward it. But we can also still feel happy where we are by remembering what we have to be thankful for. We should aim for a target, enjoy the journey, and remember all that we have to be thankful for along the way. Number 4, 3 focused tasks to seize the day. I don't know about you, but I tend to make ridiculously long to-do lists for myself. So it's been super helpful and healthy to shift to the journal's way of prioritizing 1 to 3 main tasks for my day. Then I can write anything extra in the notes for if I do accomplish my main tasks and end up with extra time. I think of it as a must-do versus a to-do. The 1 to 3 tasks I list in this section are my top priorities for that day. If I accomplish at least just these 3 things, I can feel great about my day, and then everything else can wait until the next day or later that week. It really helps me to prioritize and not overwhelm myself by trying to focus on too much at once. It makes it more manageable. Number 5, regular journey reflection. At the end of each section of the journal, there are reflection questions for you to answer. I appreciate these pages for 2 main reasons. First of all, too often we plow ahead or go through way more trial and error than is necessary because we aren't taking the time to reflect on what's working and what's not working and why. Secondly, we often can feel down as we overfixate on our mistakes, how we haven't progressed as much as we'd like, or our desire for immediate gratification of reaching our goal right now. So pausing to look back can help us see and be grateful for the progress we've already made. It's important to celebrate all of our wins, both big and small. It helps us to enjoy the journey more and find satisfaction in the in-between. It's more about the journey than the destination anyway. Seeing how much we've progressed also is a huge motivator to keep going. We may not realize how high we've climbed if we don't ever pause to look back down the mountain. One thing I would change about the Hero's Journal. I love the Hero's Journal, but there's just one thing I personally could do without. I found myself hardly using the Today's Allies and Today's Threats section. I think the concept behind it is brilliant. It is so important to reflect on what people, places, and things are either having a positive or a negative impact on us. However, I think something like this might be good to list out just once a week or maybe once at the end of each section. Having it on every single page became repetitive for me because many of my same allies or threats were either repeated or eradicated. I'd personally like to see the Today's Threats section on the right page taken out and the notes section extended in its place. I could always use more writing space for notes. I'm not sure what should take the daily Today's Allies space, perhaps a section to record lessons learned that day or simply more illustrations. Now, this is just my own personal preference. Others might really like and benefit from listing allies and threats every single day. So take this opinion with a grain of salt. Overall, I am in love with this journal and I cannot wait to start my next adventure once they release the updated version. If you'd like to get one for yourself, go to theheroesjournal.co and make sure to follow them on Instagram at The Heroes Journal, and they are also on Facebook. Look at that shimmer. You know you want that. As always, if you benefited from this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it really helps to support my channel and get this video seen. And comment down below to tell me what goal adventure you would use a hero's journal for. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like more help in your personal growth journey and reaching your goals. And until next time, keep it real. I put stickers in my journal. This is my logo and then a little wizard Anna and Ghastly that I drew myself. I am covering this one because it has to do with the goal that I actually used this journal for and I did not tell you about in this video because I have not yet announced this thing. And I'm really excited, but I cannot tell you yet, but I can soon. So subscribe to find out what the secret is. Put this strappy thing back on. Is it perfectly aligned? Okay. What am I saying? Shing! Shing! Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, bye!